It has been a long road to this point in the season, but we are officially down to 2. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the LA Dodgers and the Boston Red Sox. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and you can see how these two teams stack up. And it's hard to say exactly who you'd give the edge to right now. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if the pitchers were the guys that got the upper hand in this series.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on the show. And it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Boston Red Sox.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. A chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. What's this lineup got to do tonight to get a W on the road, Steve?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Alfredo Cruz gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, in his last start, didn't seem to have this good control. Ended up walking 5.
Chris Brown will stand in for the first time here in this World Series, and you see the numbers. He's been as hot as anybody around.
Maybe the hottest hitter on the ball club through the first few rounds. If he can keep it going here in the World Series, I think they're going to have a good shot at going all the way.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And not the greatest approach there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and it's even at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Cingrani pauses. 2-2 on its way. Now a ball high and deep. Heading for the monster. And over the monster. Home run. Solo shot here to left. His first homer here in the series. As the Red Sox get the game's first run, it's 1-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Chris Brown digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. first pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
That's a nice comeback.
Chris Brown steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
That's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
He's set. Here it comes. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Runner goes for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Ball's there, and he is out trying to take second. Good throw. Here it comes on 1-1. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Gomez going back on it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. A run on 2 hits in the inning for Boston. We played 4 full. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Dodgers nothing. Xavier France will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop.
Chris Brown will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And this is a guy who will not get cheated up there, and he almost came out of his shoes on that one.
Hit to third. 1 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alonso Peralta. He singled his last time up. Here it comes, 0-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Scooped up. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out. Chris Brown will lead things off now in a completely different ball game since the last time these guys took their hacks.
And after that 6-run inning, you got to hope that you can put together some kind of response. The last thing you want to do is a 1, 2, 3 inning, so a little patience wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Jansen comes set. Here's the 0-1. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. And he'll get in at second base as the tying runs aboard with a leadoff double.
Center fielder.
That's exactly the way you want to start your half of the inning. You're down by a run, you get a leadoff double, now you're in scoring position. He is pumped up out there trying to rile up his teammates.
And now with the possible tying run at second here, we're going to have a pinch runner as they try to get a little more speed out there.
Bradley Jr.
And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And, Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the pressure of the World Series and their performance suffers, but he was obviously not rattled out there, and he came through in a big way.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 7-6. Good night from Fenway.
Time of the ball game.
The opener was everything we could have asked for, and now this building stretched to capacity. Game 2 of the World Series between the LA Dodgers and the Boston Red Sox. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. Time now to check out the lineup for the day.
He's one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. If they can get guys on base ahead of him, they'll have a great chance to hang a crooked number on the board.
Oh, what a dive. He's up with it. The throw.
He's
in time.
Oh, love it.
3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. Game 2 coverage rolls on after this. At the plate, Chris Brown, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Chris Brown.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a line drive, but this will be foul. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ready with the 0-2. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, Simmons is one of those umpires that can be a little inconsistent, but I think his strike zone is one that can benefit both pitchers and hitters. Just depends on what part of the zone the pitch is located.
Hot shot towards the hole. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Yeah, he had a chance to put him away. Had him down.
Gabe Scruggs will dig in now, and he was one of the bright spots offensively in the Game 1 defeat last time out.
Yeah, he did his part. He just needed a little more help.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Dominguez will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2. And no tag at second. In now, Xander Bogaerts. He'll get to take his first cuts here. 2 down, runners at first and second. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Cesar Dominguez makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about...
Oh, he makes the stop. He gathers the throw. He's out.
Wow, made it look easy.
Batting ninth, catcher, Andy.
Digging in to try it again, Chris Brown. He singled his last time up.
Chris Brown.
First pitch on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one.
Now here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Got his 2-0 fastball, but he was way behind. 2-1. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And another foul ball. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Slapped hard the opposite way. France is there, 1 away.
And that's actually a lot tougher play.
Bruno Gomez will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. Chris Brown stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning.
Chris Brown.
And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. And he is in there. So some real problems out there that time as it'll wind up in E7. Gabe Scruggs will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far.
Just getting under it right now. See if he can make an adjustment and keep that top hand strong this time.
On the ground to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Chris Brown ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Oh, he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
It doesn't take a trained eye to tell you. He's starting to wear down a bit out there on the mound.
Drilled on the ground is short. Akins is right there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Now to the plate, Chris Brown. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Gomez is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
Now back.
And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the pressure of the World Series and their performance suffers, but he was obviously not rattled out there, and he came through in a big way.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 9-3. Good night from Fenway. It was the hardest ticket to get in these parts in ages, and the folks that are packed into this place are making an impact already. It's Game 3 of the World Series between the Boston Red Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. Chris Brown will come forward now, and as you see by the numbers, he's off to a hot start here in the Fall Classic.
Yeah, you know some guys just love being on that big stage, and he's been a big part of this ball club all season long, so it's no surprise to me that he swung a hot bat when it mattered the most.
Teheran into his motion. Here's the 1-0. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Scott will wait on it, and he will put it away to retire the side. So a fairly painless top of the first, and now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Coming to the plate now, Alonso Peralta, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire... put the other guys on their heels right away.
And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out. Chris Brown is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Teheran has his target. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a little blooper to center. Peralta onto the grass. He's got it 1 away. Bruno Gomez will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6. He's out 3. It's a double play and the inning is over. Chris Brown will stand in to lead things off here. His guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Teheran's ready. Here he comes 0-1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this will get foul for strike 2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Anthony Rizzo gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Here it comes, 0-2. High pop-up. Brown is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Chris Brown will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gomez is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Brett Laurie stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up. De La Rosa gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and there are 2 down. fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And, Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the pressure of the World Series and their performance suffers, but he was obviously not rattled out there, and he came through in a big way.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 4-3. Good night from Los Angeles.
15 hits, 1 error.
I tell you, this crowd is making it so I can hardly hear my own voice. They are indeed raring to go. It's Game 4 of the World Series between the Boston Red Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox. At the plate, Chris Brown, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Brown.
Kershaw comes set. Here's the first pitch. In there at the knees, strike one. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
He's in there.
And a dive, but he's back in. Bounced slowly back toward the mound. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Striding into the box, Alonso Peralta, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first, two gone.
Batting third.
And with two away now. Anthony Rizzo gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. Chris Brown is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
This one's hit deep out to left center field, but that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
These guys haven't had a whole lot of solid contact so far, but he says, hey, Steve, I'll show you some solid contact right here. This ball nearly gets out of the ballpark, but it winds up off the wall, and they've got a good shot at their first run here as he's into second base.
Digging in to try it again, Gabe Scruggs. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 2-2 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. Tried to make it home when he shouldn't have, and now they've got him hung up. And they will tag him out. Bruno Gomez strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Now a ground ball for Moustakas. This might be two. On to first, and they get them both. Chris Brown will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second home run of the series, and they're now on the board, though still well behind.
Well, one thing you can say about this ball club, they are not going to go down without a fight. I mean, you don't make it this far into the postseason without having a lot of heart, so they're going to battle the whole way.
Chris Brown will stand in again as we take it back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far.
That's a ball.
Fastball off the plate away for ball one.
The one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Lifted in the air to center. Gomez has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. And he is in there. So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Dodgers win it 8-1. Good night from Los Angeles.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers. 8 runs,